Where is my VPN? Let me just see. Some standard steps that you need to follow every time. Connected to my VPN. Great. Let's deploy the machine.
So this VPN every time, I mean, next day you need to connect every time and refresh it.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Right. You can just confirm it, and you can see here that now I'm connected to a new interface, 10.0
Yeah.
and
This is the VPN IP. Okay.
Right. Okay. Let's deploy our target in our lab environment. Here it is. Transfer machine ownership. Reset the machine. Get the target IP address. Let's check the basic connectivity. It's working. Okay. So without any further ado, let's create a directory over here. So it's good to be organized. Let's create a directory for Nmap scans. You can see it's an empty directory as of now. And let's start with a very basic Nmap scan. Nothing fancy here. Host seems to be down. Let's do ping not. Okay, so here we can see that port 139.445.3389 are open, right? So it is going to be pretty straightforward for us. What I'm going to do is 38, sorry, it's 139. 4453389. So in our last session we talked about MS10010, if you remember.
Yeah.
Right. So let's run our basic Nmap scan, specifying specific ports here, outputting all formats here. Let's name it scan2, do an OS detection as well. And let's append sudo, press enter.
Did we use sudo last time?
Yes, we use sudo. What does it say? It says no targets were specified, right? I forgot to mention the target IP here. Let's mention the target IP. And now it is going to work. Taking some time. So again, this machine is also going to be very straightforward, okay? So the motive for doing this machine is just to familiarize you with some well-known vulnerabilities that exist out there, okay? In today's session, we are going to look into MS08067, that is Net API vulnerability. It's a very famous vulnerability. We'll use Nmap as a vulnerability scanner, okay? I'll show you. And Nmap in itself is going to tell you like the target is vulnerable to this exploit. Give it a try. So let's see. It's taking some time. Let it run. Meanwhile, let me run an Nmap scan FNP 39 445 3389 hyphen script VLN scan 2, let's say scan VLN followed by ping not and paste the IP. Okay, so here I can see the target is running Windows XP. Okay, very old machine. What else? Name, the NetBIOS name is visible here. Okay, nothing else. Let's wait for this scan to finish. So I have already elaborated on this vulnerability scanning using Nmap in our previous session, right? So I
Yeah.
hope this. So I hope these flags are clear to you now,
Yeah.
right?
Scanning all ports. Yeah.
No, we are not scanning all ports. That is hyphen p hyphen.
But 0A
This
is
is
OA.
your
Sorry.
this is your output,
Oh,
saving the output.
sorry. Yeah.
Okay. Here I am using some scripts, NSE scripts, okay, to perform VA. So here in the output you can see it says SMB VULN MS08067 vulnerable, state is vulnerable. This is the CVE number, okay, and it says Microsoft Windows System vulnerable to RC. This is the vulnerability. Great. So let's do one thing. Meanwhile, let's open our a document over here, okay, so that we can parallelly document our steps as well. This is my target. Let's just define the scope here. Okay, so the first one is your port scanning. Let's get a screenshot from here. Doing the control shift print screen. Copy this part. Go here. Save it. Let's save this one as well. So successfully documented the relevant parts here. Okay. Let's fire up our Metasploit. MSF TV start. Okay, so can you tell me what should I do now? You can take a reference from our last session, from our previous session.
Now we can search this MS system name.
MS08067. We are directly going to search for the vulnerability.
Yeah. Yeah.
In our last session, we searched for MS10010.
Yeah.
Right. So I have a working exploit here. Let's do use. Successfully loaded the exploit. Let's do show options. Set our host. Let me just here it is. Set our host to my target IP. And what is my target IP here? It is this. Copy it.
Yeah.
Paste it here. Our port is already set. L host I need to change. Let's do set L host, and let's just provide my interface name over here. So it is automatically going to assign an IP address over here. Okay. What IP address? IP address on my this interface. 10.0, 10.10.14.4. Okay. So let's again check. Show options. Everything is set. Let's just type run. And here you can see that Metapredator session is open now. Okay. Let's just type sysinfo. And I can see some basic information about the target operating system. I can just type shell over here so that I can switch back to my standard Windows command line. Okay, I can type who am I and not recognized. Okay, not an issue. Let's just do cd space / dir. We need to get the flags. Let's do cd. Where should we go? Windows program files, document and settings. Let's go documents and settings. dir cd John. There's a username called John here. Let's go to its desktop directory. And here is my user flag. I can read this flag. Okay. Just see. What you need to do is just copy it from here.
Copy.
And go here. Click on submit flag. Paste it. Provide your difficulty level. And click on submit. That's all. Okay. So let's document these steps here as well. Okay, so edit. Let's copy the commands as well. Let's do show options. Snap over here. Okay, so finally we do have a user flag over here. Okay, we'll try to access the admin desktop here as well. CD administrator CD desktop, and we do have access to this flag as well. Okay, so that basically means that I am anti-authority system here. Okay, so let's save this thing here as well. Okay, so I believe I have already mentioned this fact that this is only going to take us 5 to 10 minutes, right?
Yeah.
It was that easy. So see, this is happening because we are using automated exploitation here, using Metasploit. Okay.
Mhm.
In our upcoming sessions, we are going to stop relying on the Metasploit. Instead, we'll try to exploit the systems the manual way. Okay. So that's one thing. Now here you can see that I have been documenting whatever I am doing in this way. Okay. So that's one way of doing stuff. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to share you some templates for
Template.
documentation.
I was supposed to ask you. Yeah.
Yeah. So that is going to be TF 3 template. Let's just search it here. So let me just open this one. And here you can see that it's a decent looking template. Hmm. Everything has been organized here. Like here you can mention your target, enumeration tree, enumeration node, web services, other services, exploitation part, post exploitation, privilege escalation, goodies, maybe in between you found some hashes, some passwords, some flags, software versions, methodology, so on and so forth. Okay, so every time not all of them are going to be of any use to you. Okay, if let's say there is no web service that is running, then this tree and all of these child nodes are not going to be of any use. Okay, so you can simply delete in that case scenario. This is one template. I do have another one as well. Let me just look. Where is it? Yeah, this is another one. Here you can see host, enumeration, vulnerability, service enumeration. It is similar to that, but just organized in different fashion. Okay. Miscellaneous note, dump whatever is in here. Some logs, summary of escalation. Here you can create your own summary. Okay. Name, link, type, explanation, brief explanation. How was this discovered? Should be in steps for enumeration and vulnerability. How was this exploited? POC here. Screenshots of ifconfig, who am I, proof.txt. Okay. So these are two templates that I would like to share with you. Let me just copy this one. Where is our chat menu here? And this is another one. Here it is. Okay, this is in docs format. This is not going to be opening in my system.
Huh?
Let's not download it. Anyways, I'll share the link for this as well. This is for how you can write a report. That's a report template. Okay. Okay. So why I'm sharing these stuff? This is because so that you can arrange your own notes, create your own notes, arrange them in an orderly fashion. Okay. What else do we have here? Okay, it's a good website. I'll keep this one for my reference. Right. Did you try to document your steps for Blue?
Yeah, sure. Of course.
But you did not share them with me.
Sorry?
So do mail it to me. Okay. I'll have a
Yeah,
look
yeah.
on it. Like what have you done? How have you created? And if there are any mistakes, I'll let you know. Okay. So now I am going to start with another machine. Okay. But what I'm thinking is, first of all, let me just stop this one. There was another student that was supposed to join, but he has not joined today. I don't know why. So what shall I do? Start with another machine? I'm confused here. Okay, let's do one thing. Okay. Let's
Maybe you
not.
can teach me some command lines, maybe.
Sure. So let's do one thing. Let's not start with another machine today. Okay. So that it is going to be like one machine in one session. Okay. So
Yeah.
and a lot of things are not going to be missed for another student as well. So yeah, talking about the command line, right? So you can let me know, like,
I mean,
if you face some difficulty.
yeah, daily life command lines as a SOC analyst.
Okay, so Linux command line, right?
To be frank, even also I forgot the Linux commands. It's long ago, way back to 2005.
Right. So let me do one thing. Let me oops, create a new document over here. Save this one. Close it. is this? Hmm. Okay, so I'm going to mention some basics one here. Okay, you let me know what is not clear. Ifconfig cd cp mv mm, ls. What else is used generally? Something like sudo su who am I. Okay, so these are like very basic commands that you are going to come across on day-to-day purposes. Okay, so and there's a website here I'll share it with you. That is explainshell.com. So what you can do is, if something is not clear with respect to your Linux command line, you can just refer to this website, enter your command line here, and it is going to explain that for you. Okay, like this. Let's say it says make directories. This part says make directories, and this is the directory name. It says create the directory if they do not already exist. Right?
Mhm.
Getting my point?
Yeah.
Okay. So coming back here, this is your
Print
print.
working directory. Yeah.
Okay, great. This is for your interface configuration. Okay, for checking your interface configuration. Then we have got cd for change
Change
directory.
directory.
Okay, cp for copying something.
Copy, yeah. To move.
For moving something. Okay, this is for listing
Current
file
list. Yeah.
or listing contents.
Main directory. Remove directory.
Or you can say create directory. This is your remove some file, remove recursively,
Recursive.
and this is your super user do, like do something with root
Root privilege
privileges.
access. Okay.
Okay, this is your switch user. UMI is like shows you
Just
current logged in user. Okay, so these are like very fundamental commands that you need to know. Okay, that you are going to come across on daily purposes, daily basis, which are not going to be elaborated. Okay, so
yeah. Understood. I will read. Yeah.
right. So let me just save this file. Um, export to single plain text file. Let's just save it. And let me just share this file with you. Okay. I've shared the file in the chat. If it's
Yeah.
not taking it, send file. Here it
Yeah,
is.
received.
Received. Right.
Yeah.
Shared a lot of things with you. Okay. So it is going to take a lot of time to organize everything, like a lot of books, resources, notes. Okay. And yeah, that would be all. Okay. So any other way I can help you with something?
I forgot to ask you about this server, which I'm going to take.
Yes, right. So I looked into it. I do not know if they are going to provide Kali Linux there in the cloud.
They said they will provide. They are charging 20 euros extra. But yeah.
Yeah, so that is good if they are providing. Otherwise, if that is not the option, if Ubuntu is being provided, that is also going to suffice. Okay, so what you can do is you can install Kali there. That's one way, or you can install Ubuntu.
Okay, then I need to configure all these
Yes, right,
tools later in Ubuntu. Okay.
right. So that would be a bit tedious for you to configure everything
Yeah,
there.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. I'll suggest you to go for the Kali instead. Okay.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, you were saying something?
What else you teach also? Only pen test and other things.
Sorry.
What else? What other courses you do teach?
Okay, other courses. We have got web application, penetration testing, mobile application, forensics, Python, a lot of stuff. Uh,
So you also teach digital forensics. Okay.
yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Networking as well. Yeah.
Okay.
And for tomorrow, we are going to talk about Devil. Here it is. Okay. So why I'm telling you this is so that you can give it a try by yourself. Okay. So that it's not like complete you just come to the class completely blank. Just do a basic nmap scan. Just deploy the machine in the lab, do an nmap scan, see what you are able to find, see what you are able to enumerate. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so that would be like a homework for you. Anyways, I'm going to cover it. Okay, so yeah, and that's all. That would be all for today's session, and we'll meet tomorrow then. Okay.
Yeah. Sure, Rishabh. Thank you very much.
Yeah, you're most welcome. Have a great
Have a
day.
nice day.